316, Getting Down with Fresh Out, and you're tuned in to another dope interview. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, share the channel. Also go to freshoutseries.com, pick you up some merch, grab your bar of soap, and wash your ass. I'm here with Akeem, man, and we getting into it, talking about a lot of topics that are really hot topics on social media. You know, the male masculinity thing, the whole fatherless homes, the roles of men and women in relationships. And, you know, Akeem, you were just talking about how men have been beaten into submission. And then you got these men who are really, you know, trying to placate to the women. So they're like, yeah, you know, I heard some guy talking about the documentary on a Freaknik. He's like, yeah, you're talking about, you know, the women out there, but a lot of these women were being used, and you men out there, you know, you guys were taking advantage of these women and doing this and that. And I'm
it's
like,
called misdirection right there.
Dude, put some bass in your voice, man. And you the cold weenie, man, because you weren't getting that. You were probably peeking through the window, and at the time Freaknik was going on, you weren't even old enough to go. So how do you know what the hell was going on? Mm-hmm. But you know, they've cut the balls off most of these men out here, and I don't know what the exact solution is. The immediate solution would be if these men had more male strong role models. But in your opinion, what do you see as far as going forward in trying to help save the masculinity of the male population?
Ooh, that's a tough one, because we can't save anybody. I don't believe you can save anybody. People save themselves through changing their mindset.
You're right. You can only put the information.
You can put the information, they got to accept it as the truth and move forward and try to improve themselves.
Peace to the gods. You're listening to Hindsight.
You're not going to save anybody. They have to want to save themselves. That's what's going to fix it. They have to realize that there is a problem and be accountable for it. Like you were saying, talking about the Freaknik situation. I mean, now people trying to blame it on the men again. Why these women were shaking their ass in front of a camera, acting like freaks or hoes, as some people would say, right? No, let's keep it real. Those women want sex just as much as men do, and sometimes even more. The difference between the man and how he wants sex and a woman wants sex is when we have a sex with a lot of women, society holds us accountable for it. Because we have a bunch of children, guess what? He going on child support. But when a woman has sex with multiple partners, I don't care if a woman, you want to have multiple partners as a woman, you deal with the consequences of that. But the issue with the woman is they don't give her any consequences. They give her welfare. They give her all kind of programs to support her sleeping with more than one woman, more than one man. And nowadays it's man and women they sleeping with. You see? So they get to have.
Peace. What's up, everybody? It is Truth Tuesday. It's your host. My camera's a little fuzzy. What's going on with my camera? Hold on. I'm gonna have to go with that. Oh, there it is. We'll hit this music. All right, how's everybody doing? That is a clip from the Fresh Out series, Prison Talk. It's a great channel. Most people that come on there have had some legal issues, and they're fresh out, and they're talking positive things moving forward with their lives after dealing with that extreme circumstance of incarceration. But I just wanted to get a clip of it. Go to Fresh Out. Just type in Fresh Out and you'll find it. And go watch it's 4 videos of the interview that I did with them. 4 different videos. Short videos, but good information. Go check it out. All right, today was I'm a little discombobulated today because I was doing a lot, and right before the show, I was fixing my website because it wasn't working right. So I'm just trying to kind of catch up to what I want to talk about here. And what is we talking about? So you're still procrastinating. I think that's a problem a lot of people have. I have it sometimes. I have it. No, I have it a lot of times. I do. Procrastination is the number one killer of dreams. It's the number one obstacle to your wealth. Being a procrastination, putting things off. And procrastination comes in different forms. Like procrastination comes in just a form of laziness, just laying down, doing nothing, not getting anything done. And procrastination comes in the form of making yourself busier doing other things that go against the goals or the things you're trying to achieve. Oh, I got to do this. I got to clean. I got to cook. I got to do this. We find things to distract us from that thing we're trying to accomplish. Like we'll find a conversation to have with someone that ain't really talking about nothing. That's what we'll do. And we'll make an excuse. Oh, I had to do this. But at the end of the day, excuses never pay off. They never pay off. Well, let me change that. They do pay off. They pay off with lack of getting things done. They pay off with your bank account being low. That's how they pay off. They pay off with days going by and it's still not accomplished yet. That's how it pays off. It's June 6th. Before you know it, it'll be July. And are you satisfied with where you are right now? Are you happy? Are you okay? That you still haven't gotten it done yet? Are you? I know even when you're really working towards things, you can still find ways to improve your day. Like I still, got to organize my day better. I get up and kind of sometimes move around. Sometimes I'll get it done. And then sometimes I'll move around I keep defaulting to old habits. What are you defaulting to? We all default to something. Because we are the sum total of everything that we've experienced and everything that we hold true or to be the truth. We are the sum total of that mental picture that we have of ourselves in our mind. We are the sum total of the belief systems that we have adopted and said is true. Now, I always pose this question. Look at where you are right now and ask yourself, are you satisfied? Are you satisfied with where you are right now? Are you happy? That's not a question you got to answer to me. That's a question you have to answer to yourself. Are you happy where you are? Are you getting it done? Are you, if generational wealth is what you're trying to build, are you doing that? Are you working on that? If it's just simply just to inspire people to be better, to do better. Now, I notice people say, I want to help. I want to inspire people. But number one person you got to help and inspire is yourself. Because trying to inspire people and you haven't inspired yourself or properly uplifted yourself, it's going to come up false. It's going to be fake. How inspired are you when you get up in the morning? I know, to be truthful, sometimes I'm not inspired at all. Because you inspire people so much, you give so much of yourself, you get worn out, you get tired. After I do a show, I have to decompress. I have to take a chill pill. And think about, reflect on what I said and recharge. How inspired are you? How inspired are you right now? Because your inspiration, your level of inspiration has a lot to do with your procrastination. Because procrastination is usually accomplished when you're not inspired. Let me say it again. Procrastination is at its all-time high when you're not inspired. Because when you're inspired, you're motivated, you move, right? Just think about it. When we get motivated, something happens. Like, let's just say danger is coming your way, and you can see that you may be harmed. You get motivated immediately and you move. Now take that level and intensity of motivation and apply it to your goals and say, me not achieving this accomplishment, me not getting it done, and not generating this generational wealth that I say I want to do or have, should be on the same level as life and death. At that high level. And let me remind you, because I'm going to the side road. I continuously hear this statement. Oh, conversation is always about business. I hear this. But I'm sorry, I'm going to talk about always business for the most part because that's what I do. I have businesses and I need to talk about them. I need to get inspired, keep the ideas going. Because if I procrastinate in my thought process, guess what? I'm going to let whenever I did that in my business, I'll just say that something got unaddressed. Now, right now, I got a team of people helping me with my website. They're doing a great job. Like, matter of fact, I'll share that in a minute. But procrastination is the opposite of inspiration and being inspired. It's procrastinate. What does that word procrastination mean? What does that mean? Let's see what it says. The action of delaying or postponing something. So it's the opposite of taking action, doing something without delay, acting on something, being motivated to do something. Let's look up the word motivation. The reason or reasons one has for acting or behaving in a particular way. Stimulus, stimulation, inspiration, drive, enthusiasm, ambition, initiative, determination. Let's say, I'm looking up something. Give me a second. So procrastination is very detrimental to your success. So procrastination is detrimental to just about everything. Putting things off. See, I know me, I have to get better with sticking to a schedule. I say, this is when I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Because if I don't have that schedule written down, I will be all over the place. So I have to really improve on that and check myself on that. So how do you get yourself out of the mode of procrastination? You have to stimulate yourself with things that motivate you, like reading a book, listening to things throughout the day that motivate you, that keep stimulating and feeding your mind. If you know you got content you want to create, you got to listen to a lot of the information that you're trying to promote to motivate yourself. I get a lot of my inspiration just by listening to Reverend Ike. Now it's Myron Golden. By the way, I'm going to see him next week in Florida, Tampa, Florida, for 3 days. Not only do I set up seminars, I go to seminars. I invest in other people's information. See, that's how I keep myself from procrastinating. And let me take a side road here too, because I want to talk about you may be right now experiencing some type of hardship financially, or you just might be struggling with your motivation, getting things done. And it feels like you're not getting ahead. It's just not working. I ask you, stay the course. Stay the course. Keep moving. Don't say in your mind it's not working. It will work. That financial downpour, that abundance it's gonna come. It's coming. It's here. It really is here. But if you keep looking at it that it's not here, you'll never see it. Think about it. You ever look for something hard? I can't find it. Because your mind says, where is it? Where's it? I can't find it. And you never find it. And guess what? That thing could be right in your hand, or it could be right on it. I was looking for something the other day, and I looked on the desk several times and couldn't see it, because in my mind, I had already put in my mind that it wasn't on the desk, although I looked on the desk. It was sitting right there on top of, out in the open. We can't, listen, let me tell y'all something deep. You can't have wealth or see wealth or experience wealth until you get it in your mind first, until you really believe it's there. Because the moment I saw what I was looking for, I had relaxed the idea that it wasn't there, and I was like, it's there. And I went right back there to that same spot, and it was there. My mind blocked it out. My mental made it disappear into the matrix like it wasn't there. So we're manipulating what we call this matrix all the time with our minds. The reason why that bank account is low, because you saw it in your mind first and was expecting it, and it came. The reason why you see people out there homeless, because they expected that to happen to themselves. No, Akeem, that's not true. Yes, they do. If they didn't expect it, they wouldn't be experiencing it. It wasn't the fact that they didn't have a job. It wasn't the fact that they didn't have money. That's the symptoms, the job, the money, and all of that. But what really caused that was their fear and their expectation of that fear coming to pass. So ask yourself, Are you experiencing something that's not so pleasant right now? What was your expectation of that situation? And we have to be honest. We have to be truthful with ourselves. We have to be truthful. Give me a second. I just had a download and I'm looking for it. I'm looking for it. It's not quite it. What is your expectations? The procrastination has a lot to do with the expectation too, because you're procrastinating and you expect, oh, I rather sleep. I'd rather take a nap. I'd rather watch TV. I'd rather talk to someone about some idle conversation. I'd rather just do nothing. I'd rather go play somewhere. Expectations. Because you think that you got time. You think that the next moment is guaranteed. You know what happens? One day you're talking to somebody, next day you can't talk to them because they're gone. You keep procrastinating, one day you're just not going to be able to get it done. There's a lot of people underground right now who procrastinated themselves all the way to their grave. What are you waiting for? Why are you not getting it done? Why is it getting your desires fulfilled something that you can put off, but yet you don't put off that employer in their dreams? You don't put off making them rich. So many people come with me. I'm just so sick of hearing people, well, I got bills to pay and I got my job. I can't just do this and I can't do. Yes, you can do just anything you want. I know one thing, when I had my back against the wall, when I didn't have a job to go to, oh, I was at my best, on my best motivation, because not being able to pay the rent was a big motivation for me to make it happen. And see, what we do, we run into situations like that, extreme situations like that. We work our ass off to get out of it, and then we go back to the procrastination. Instead of remembering that motivation that got you to be able to pay that rent or got you to go get the money that you needed to pay the rent. We get comfortable with, because things are quiet right now. See, right now, when things are quiet, when things are calm, is when you should be doing your hardest work. So that when the hard times come, they're easy. What do ants do throughout the summer? They prepare for the winter. They know they can't survive out there in that freezing weather. So they got to prepare, build, stack. So then all winter, they chilling off of what they did in the summer. Why? Everybody's in the sun during the heat. Boom. They underground, chilling. Got their food, their storage. And then they come out when it's warm, when they can survive that. The weather is nice, and they work their asses off. If your bank account is like to the point where if you have one financial setback, it would really throw you in a position where you can't even pay your essential bills, like buying food and paying your rent. You don't have time for leisure. You have no leisure time. You don't have time to listen to people said you need to have balance and all of that. You don't have time for that. See, I'm only talking to the people that say, who have told me they want more for themselves. That's who I'm talking to. Not the people who are okay, they're complacent, and they're satisfied with their life. That's not who I'm talking to. I'm talking to people who have said to me and said to themselves that they want more. Okay, what are you willing to give up to get more? Because you can't keep what you already have to get more. You can't. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, you can't. You can't keep it. Because what you already have is what got you in the position you had. Nothing. I'm checking something out here. Right. What you already have is what got you in this bad position now. If life is good for you, cool. But I know most people who are listening to me want more. They want to be better. That's why they're listening to the show. They want somebody to remind them that they can do better, that they are better, that they are divine manifestations of God, that God lives in them and they could have it all. They could live abundantly in every way. Heaven can be had right now. Okay? Not the fantasy heaven of in the sky and hell. No, heaven can be had right now. It's just your mindset, what you perceive it to be. You can have it. If you simply stop procrastinating, making excuses for your procrastination. I still hear week after week the same old story with people who say they want businesses or they're working on a business. Oh, once I get this done, every week, once I get this done, it'll be done. This is going on, what, almost a year now. Some other people I know 5-6 years saying the same thing. That's procrastination. Procrastination disguised as being busy. Procrastination disguised as I'm working on my business. You're not fooling me. Because it ain't a business until somebody can go there and buy something and do business. If it ain't up there for the world to see, it's not a business. It's a concept. It's a theory. Okay? If it's not there exposed to the public where they can click a button or come to you to get it, it's a concept. It's a concept that only you know about. It's in your mind, and that's it. Okay? So stop making these corny excuses. Yeah, I'm working on it. I got to do this. I got to fix this. I got to check this. I got to update this. I got to do this. What? I kept giving y'all examples of how, I didn't have a website when I first started. I didn't. Okay? I just had a place for people to be almost like a little place where they could just buy the stuff. I didn't have all the fancy. Back went out here. Is y'all could hear that now? Sorry. I think there's a short here in this mic. All right, I must have hit something. What was I saying? I had one product in 2015, one thing to sell. One thing to sell. And that was HJR. If people have been with me long enough, HJR 192, the whole thing that supports discharge. That's what I was selling. I was going to the copy store, making 20 copies of this, putting it together, selling that. That's all I had. That's it. And I there was this platform called Selz, SELZ. And I made a thing where people could click that link, buy it, and then I go prepared and mail it off and sell it to them. That was my product. That was my entry into the world of internet commerce. So for all of those people that keep telling me they got to get this right and that right, I didn't have a website. I had nothing. Then I built on that. One product turned into two products turned into 3, then 4, then 5, and I got what? What do I have now? I just slowly built the castle. Slowly built that. Then I stopped doing certified documents altogether. Then someone else took that over. And I kept with, doing webinars and teaching things. And I'm still doing that to this day. Now I'm taking that to a whole new level. I'm just waiting for the finished product. Hopefully in a couple of weeks to be ready. Yeah, I'm waiting for my team to finish it. And I'm getting on them. Okay, when is it going to be ready? When is it going to be ready? When is it? Because I'm ready to just put it out there. It looks ready to me. But I need them to do the internet marketing piece. So I need them for that. Matter of fact, let me see. This is some of the stuff they've been doing for me. Just uploaded one of the things they did. Hang on. F was let me know my mic was out. Thank you for letting me know that. I did not know. I was sitting there going off. I don't even know what y'all missed. But this is something they put together for me today. Check it out. This life that we're in is a sleep phase. This is an individual walk. Even if you married, this is an individual walk. You got to make the commitment. And once you make the commitment, guess what? A spiritual family will show up. That's a little intro. I think that's going up on my website and probably on my YouTube page. They made that for me. That's just a sample. They have some other stuff they did too. But stop making excuses. Excuses don't pay off. They just sound good to you. You realize that excuses only sound good to you. And on some level, don't even sound good to you because we are truthful beings. By nature, we are truthful people. We have to force ourselves to tell a lie. We really have to it's uncomfortable to lie. Although some people have done it so much that they just do it by default, but it's still, they don't feel good about that, ultimately. There's no good feeling in lying. Because why? Lie is the opposite of the truth. And since we were made with nothing but the truth, being spiritual beings, it tears us down. And if you continue to move in a false way for a long period of time, eventually it numbs you. And then you become where you don't know what real reality is versus truth. You become to believe the story you're creating. Yeah. Telling, not being truthful takes away from your spiritual nature. It robs you of that because your spiritual nature is nothing but the truth. It's pure truth. It knows. Yes, no, there's no in between. There isn't any guesswork with it. So when you come from that physical nature and override that with a lie, your spiritual self just sits back in the background and watches and observes, and it just allows, because that's what your spiritual nature is. It allows you to experience everything that you're wanting to experience or what you try to create. It allows you. See, your spiritual nature is nothing but pure love, and love does not force or try to change anything. It accepts things as they are and leaves it alone. And then when you're ready for the truth, it reawakens. It comes back. So your spiritual nature just allow your physical nature to run amok until you. That's why so many people, when they get to their rock bottom, that's when they wake up. Because in that moment, they say, I don't want this anymore. I want the truth. And then the truth says, oh, it's about time. I'm here when you're ready. And see, and that is God. That's God. God doesn't, he allows everything to go down and whatever happens. But when y'all ready for the truth, when y'all ready to take control, I'm here to support. See, the true nature of God is to only support what is true, not what is false. So when you're in a false position, hands off. Now, will truthful situations pop up for you to recognize and say, okay, I might need to look at this? Yes. But if you're still stuck and that negative pull is dominant, it's going to take a while to see it. Just like I was talking about, you can be looking for something and it'd be right in front of you. Some of you got answers to your whatever situation you're going through right in front of you. It's in your face, but you can't see it because your mindset is still in a negative, untruthful state. Some of us got people in our lives that could really be that lifelong mate, but we get distracted by things over there, things from the past in the front. We're over here. That person's right there. But what do? We look down on that person in front of us and uplift people that's not even in front of you. That hasn't done anything for you, but give you good conversations. Give you a feeling of feeling good. Not, okay. Listen, do y'all realize if you study anything, if you really into the Bible and you understand, everyone that received a serious busting went through something with something or someone. It didn't come, here it is. No, they were trained to appreciate what they had. Joseph had to lose his freedom. He became a slave. He had the gift of prophecy. He could see things. He can interpret dreams. He had a huge gift. But before he can fully do you understand? The dreams that he got was the dreams that set him up to be able to interpret the dream of the Pharaoh, which then set him up to be second command of Egypt. But he had to go through a hell of a lot of stuff before he even got there. He had already saw his promise in the dream. His brother was going to bow down to him. He saw that years before it happened. But you had to go through stuff. But had he given up because he was having a hard time and God don't like me. This ain't fair. He started making excuses. It's this one fault, that one fault. He would have never got that position. We have to start taking our opposition and our problems and start looking at them as blessings and be thankful for it. I tell you, the moment you become thankful for opposition or a problem that you have, it starts to work itself out. Because now your mind, your consciousness has shifted. Do y'all remember that in the movie The Matrix, right? And the kid was looking at that spoon, and he told Neo, he said, once you realize it's not the spoon that moves, it's you that moves. It's your consciousness that shifted. It's not the thing you looking at that will move. It's your consciousness that shifts, that causes things to move. The position you take on it. See, we try to move things externally. I got to do this, instead of sitting back and say, no, I have power over this with my mind. I could, okay, this is it. This is how it's going to be. This is it. Boom. And it just starts playing out physically. I know some people, teachers say, oh, you can't do anything with your mind. You can't do this, because they're still stuck in an indoctrination of religion and they can't see that concept. Because in the Bible, Jesus even supports that. Why? Because what happened? He went into deep meditation in order to survive what was going to happen to him physically, or for him to even go through it. So he had to get his mind right and see how he was going to deal with that and how it was all going to play. He already knew. It was already ready in his mind. He had already lived it out. And the physical caught up to his thinking, his mindset. So in order to heal people, he had already healed them in his mind. In order to become wealthy, you have to already see it and feel it in your mind. Then from there, you act on it. You move towards it. You see opportunities, you keep going. I said I wanted this trucking company to be a multi-million-dollar company, right? It is. It is a multi-million-dollar company. American National Trucking. Every time I say that name, people's like, wow, that's a great name. It just sounds so huge, so big. See? A name that created a name. And how did I even come up with that name? Because why? I'm an American national. See, when I say American National, people think American National Trucks. Now I'm thinking the American National owns and runs this company. But that came from what? My teaching of the passport, right? From that, see how things work, how one idea brings forth another idea. It just all starts flowing together. Yes, and this challenges every day with this business. Every day. Challenges I got to work through every day. Like, man, why we get... And if I just sit there and make an excuse that I can't get it done, this ain't right. I mean, I have even thought that I wanted to throw my hands up and give it up. But I can't sit by idle. Like tomorrow, I have to get up. The supplies I need to put the E-Tracks into the second truck. I could just as easily take that to someone else, but they're going to keep it for weeks. I ain't got time for that. I'll do it myself. It'll take me tomorrow. I'll get it done. I have 3-4 hours. I think I can do it within that time. I know I can. Take my headphones, record myself doing it, and then use it as an opportunity to put it up on Instagram. So let's stop procrastinating. Let's stop making excuses and procrastinating why we don't have us. Some of us, we got serious talents in what we do, what we can do, but we sit there and we accept, oh, I'm content with what I have. I'm content. I'm okay. Really? I never really believed that when people say that to me. I think that's just something they want to say just because they think it sounds better. And sometimes, are we really with the instinctual need, the instinctual desires to be noticed and to be great and to feel like we're making a difference, knowing that we're doing something great with our lives? How can you ever just be satisfied with the mediocre? And I'm not saying do it for ego and everybody to recognize you. No, I'm saying it so that you can truly be fulfilling in your purpose. When you know what you're saying, what you're doing is actually helping and benefiting people. And when you get there and you're in that position where you are helping people, it's going to be just like Christ. People are going to come and try to tear it down. They're going to persecute you, sacrifice your good name. That's just part of the package. But it's like what Christ said. Forgive them, Father. They know not what they do. And one of the things they don't know what they do, what you put out is what you get back. All those people that criticized Christ in that day, they got that back. They received their full payment for that. And people who persecute you, do things to you, whatever we give to people, we get it back, good and bad. Hurt, you will be hurt. Love, you will be loved. Now those payments that you get back don't always come from the people that you expect them to come from. You said no sound again? What? Sound went out again? Somebody said no sound. Oh, that was over 10 minutes ago. Oh, that was an old message. All right. That's all I got. It's 8:01. And I gotta get off because I gotta go. I gotta check on this load for my sons. Both my sons have joined. One of my other sons joined the team this week. Went out, did his first load last night. So I gotta go and make sure they got a load for tonight. But anyway, peace, prosperity, and extreme wealth to all. Have a good night.